Hey, what's going on? This is Andre from AndySanders.net. The longest journey is the journey inward. This is a phrase I remember hearing several times in past events from someone who was a $1 million earner in the home-based business profession, and that's about as true a statement as can be. The thing is, it's interesting how a lot of people seem to avoid that journey that's inward. Because in all honesty, when you work on the inward part of yourself, you see what I'm saying, then other things outside can manifest into a reality. And obviously lean toward the positive side. It's unfortunate that a lot of people, because I just mentioned a few moments ago, that don't choose to work on the journey inward. You see the negative part of it. As far as saying, I don't need that stuff. I don't need to read those books. I don't need to go and hang around those like-minded people, or however what they say will use as far as those type of words. But again, it comes down to point blank personal development. And again, for someone who does not want to work on that, I feel so sorry for you, because it comes down to a mindset, big time. That's really what it comes down to as far as really working yourself. Jerome said this. Obviously, he was a mentor to Tony Robbins, who's also said this. Zig Ziglar has mentioned this before. All the thought leaders in today's times or the past have implied the same thing. And it really comes down to just really working on yourself. I'll never forget when I first got into the home-based business profession, they always said, as far as, work on yourself more than you work on your job. That doesn't mean to say forget the job, leave it, and just really go full time in business. No, it's just really, feeding your mind first and foremost. Like I just said a few moments ago, it comes down to a mindset thing. I had somebody who had posted on Facebook earlier this morning. I know she's watching. That she had mentioned, I would rather be rich because I'm open-minded than poor because I'm skeptical. Who wouldn't? Who wouldn't want to be rich? And again, how many times have you seen the latter part of people being poor because of being skeptical? And again, I'm talking about mainly as far as the mindset shift. Of course, some people that have the negative, the negative thoughts when it comes to rich or whatever, to be quick to say, oh, but what about being happy with the family or whatever? And then she brought up another good point, because somebody had talked about freedom of thought, and then I'm glad that she responded as far as freedom of thought and open-mindedness can bring riches more than being skeptical. That's very true. It's very true, and again, that's because she has chosen to work in the journey inward. You see what I'm saying? So you can see how this does correlate, and again, like I just mentioned earlier, how true it is, and why wouldn't you want to working a journey inward? Yeah, that's the toughest journey. And that is the reason why the $1 million earner had mentioned earlier had said that the longest journey is the journey inward. Because that's the constant thing. Again, I think I mentioned this in past videos before. Zig Ziglar said this is something that has to be done daily. As far as when people ask, why do you have to, somebody I think mentioned years ago to Zig as far as motivation. And Zig Ziglar responded, it's recommended daily, just like taking a bath. And that's true. So again, it's something I just want to leave you with, as far as, if you choose to go and take that journey, and if you're getting value from what we shared here, I'd love to read your comments below. I'd like to say this video. That being said, I will see you in the next video.